All right, a quick little dive into this side quest here. Where should you put your holster? Where should you carry? What are you going to dress like? How are you going to carry a gun? So I have a gun on me. Okay, this isn't it's not a trick, right? But where is it concealed? Now, if you're watching the channel, if you know me, I don't normally appendix carry. I do often, if I can, carry at the small of the back. And depending on what I'm doing, I might also carry strong side, right side, 4 o'clock carry. Okay, now this is with the Shield Plus carry comp, and this holster is specifically for that, for a 4-inch with a light on it. And this is outside waistband. It is single point retention or level 1 retention, so I wouldn't carry this. I wouldn't open carry this, but like this isn't bad. Now, if I'm wearing a vest or a bigger jacket or something, then versus this shirt, which is a little bit more narrow, it's a little bit tougher for me to get to, but it's not horrible. So I'll shoot a little bit, not trying to draw real quick, but I guess see how that works. It's not about speed, it's just kind of working through some stuff. Okay, my red dot's not even up. There we go. Okay. So again, how much do you want to sacrifice? Is this the look you want to go with? I like button-up shirts. I like doing this. But this not tucked in look isn't really my thing, especially with an actual kind of dressy shirt. It looks a little weird. Also, if the button is that low, you're gonna bind up a little bit. So going like this, a little better. Okay. Now, the main point to conceal carry is to have a gun with you. It's not about being the fastest draw to get the jump, or the bad guy's got the jump on you, you can somehow be faster than him. It's having the gun on you and being able to wear it all day or for that period of time. You want to conceal it. That isn't as huge a deal as just being comfortable enough for you to have it with you. So this works pretty well in a vehicle, not perfectly, but I'd say this is probably the best. Or even if you could shift it more to a 3 o'clock, you can see from here, I'm basically not at all showing, like from the front is what I mean. But this is up behind me. This fits my body fairly well. Up out of the way. The grip, even though it's the extended grip, is out of the way. Now, if I'm driving, that's digging in a little bit. Depending on how much shift you have, you can move it forward. Depending on where you set this up on the belt loops. This could be forward a little bit, and I could have it almost right here. Or you see some competitive shooters have almost right here, like a 245 kind of thing. But this is what works for me. So I don't know, I don't know what else to say about it. There's lots of different ways to carry, different ways to do it, but this is pretty good for me. And I guess I want to point out too that if you're, whatever scenario you can imagine for needing your gun, you're in a convenience store and someone is holding it up, you're probably not right there. You probably don't need to get the jump on them. You can probably, oh crap, I'm scared or something, or get down out of the way, and at an opportune moment, it doesn't take much to just pull that out when you're trying to be stealthy or something. But obviously, if someone is paying attention, they bump into you, you can be a little more careful. But still, those are all the risks that we take on. So I don't know, I'm just gonna finish this mag here, and that probably not, and that will be enough for now. But just kind of a light discussion on where to carry. All right, let's talk about different places that we carry, okay? Obviously, there is the 4:30 o'clock position. This is not, we're not talking about that right now. We're going to talk about the small of the back, or the 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6:30 position. This is where I normally carry my OG Shield Plus, the smaller Shield Plus. It's more of a summer carry position, but it still does work very well for me. It is probably the least popular position for carry. Okay, that's fine, but for me, it works well. Works well for my body type. That gun is nice and slim. Now I'll point out again, I guess get another shot on my backside, but that this holster is an Alien Gear holster, and there is no backside in here. There's just this piece. There's just this, the gun, and then this plastic piece kind of on the outside of it. So it's really a very narrow, I don't know how well you can see that. That's a narrow profile. Keeps it pretty decent. So I've been looking for more holsters that are like that. I've not been able to find a replacement for that holster yet. But I've also carried different guns in that position before, and it's not bad. Now also there's Appendix carry, and it is not my preferred. It's probably my least favorite, but it does work in most type of scenarios. I have Shield Plus. This is the 3.1 inch optic cut right there, and we've got a weapon light on it. Also, this is the extended mag, and this does not. I've got a little much here that makes it's not particularly comfortable, especially if I'm sitting down. But if I'm walking around like this with the shirt this big, this is not bad. Okay, so let's kind of go through. Let's kind of go over here, and let's kind of go through what a draw would look like. I'm gonna get up here, so get as close in here as you want to. I mean, kind of like this angle, right? Wherever you're comfortable with that. We'll kind of look at there we go, what a draw is like. Not that I'm trying to be fast about it, but if you're drawing from Appendix, yes, you can do one-handed, okay? But you generally want to use two hands like this, okay? Now, and then of course reholstering, make sure your finger's up here, holding it well, putting it in safely, okay? There's all types of theories to that. Some people will go super low risk. They won't put the gun back in the holster until they say you draw it out. Let me try that. Okay, so that's not very good. Okay. What people might do is they might remove this, put the gun back in the holster, and then reholster it. I am not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm not saying that is bad. I'm not even saying that's a waste of time, but it is a safer way to do it. Now, doing that with this would be more challenging. You might as well actually view me from back here as I shoot this. So if I need to get to this gun, I'm generally turning my whole body to get my arm there. To just go here, I don't have a very good grip on it. I need to go like that, bring it out. Okay. And then when I reholster, I'm going like this. And now, not a lot of people are comfortable doing that right away. And that is okay. I've just had the same gun for a long time. That's really what it is. I've determined that level of risk is what I'm willing to take on. Might not be for you. That's okay. Please go at the pace that you are comfortable with. A lot of people will not carry a gun with the round in the chamber. Okay, that's okay. You bring the gun out. You have a gun with you to protect yourself. If you feel that your safety, reducing that risk is more important than having a round in the chamber for you, then that's fine. You carry on an empty chamber, rack it, go into action if you need to. Again, but reholstering for me is something I'm willing to do because I'm comfortable with that holster, comfortable with that gun, and I haven't shot myself in the ass yet. I don't know what else to think about that. So, again, just kind of going through some of these things. And like I said, having to turn to draw here. Actually, here, since you're already up here, we'll do this again. You can do one-handed. I'm getting caught up in that. I'm not very good at drawing from the appendix, okay? It's just not something I have a lot of practice with, but a lot of people carry there. It's easier. I mean, I don't know if it's easier, but it is more comfortable for a lot of people. So while we're here, I will point out that, again, this is the Shield Plus, and my grip is like that with the extended mag. And then my support hand, okay, if you look underneath there, kind of, support hand is like that. It's still showing, there's still a lot of hand not on the gun, hanging off, I guess is the right term. It's a small gun, it's just what it is. It's not particularly easy to shoot compared to large guns, but in my opinion, this is really easy to shoot compared to other guns in this class, if that makes sense. So, and then again, you can go over to the back side here. Again, drawing from the back. I don't lift up my cover garment with my support hand. I basically just turn and get used to drawing like that. Now, actually, it feels just a little bit. Okay. Again, it's whatever it feels. I don't know what it looks like, but it feels about balanced there. Okay, that's always fun. So, again, just kind of a reminder that these locking back, these mags don't always lock back. Not really sure why, but also a lot of times when you're shooting the Shield Plus, I'm riding right here, and so I might be holding that the slide lock down for last round. But in that case, I pushed it up, right? I pushed it up to lock it back. I got one more thing I can show you. Check this out. So, I'm going to take a round out of here. Let's see, how can I do this without hurting myself? Okay, round in the chamber, okay. Reholstering this. This is why you need a table when you're out at the range. Now what I'm trying to show you is that on a full mag, a 15 rounder or a 13 rounder with a round in the chamber, okay, these do not seat very well, okay? They take effort. I guess you can't really, yeah. Now this is a gun you just got to be strong with. That's a 15 round mag. 13 round mag does the same thing, but this is full, 15 rounds on a closed slide. Now that's doable. If you know what you're doing, you can load that. You got 16 rounds in there now. But it's important to remember that if this mag is too tight and the round is underpowered or it's under lubed or something like that, it's not really broken, that first round could, let's do this here. So if this was so tight, if all that pressure was too much, the recoil of the gun, or the pressure, the power from the gun, from the bullet, I guess, might not be enough to overwhelm the pressure from here. The pressure from the bullets pushing up against the slide, and I can tell that isn't too bad, right? Like that's got pressure, but it's okay. but I felt a lot more pressure than that before. So I'm going to shoot this one round, and then I'll show you something. Oh, and look at that, actually. I was surprised that that didn't actually... Now, I've done this on purpose with my carry rounds. They're a little spicier, and so they've never jammed on me that way. But, So look, we're still at 15 rounds on a closed slide, and then pulling this back, there's more tension on that. I can't really convey tension, right? More tension on that than would normally be if well, it wouldn't be if there was 14 rounds in there. So when you first, if you think of it this way, if you've not grown accustomed to this gun, the strength that is needed for this, and even not even just the strength, but that the skill of manipulating this, and you're having a tough time putting that first round in, then just lock it back. Mag goes in easily, obviously. Mag goes in easily, and then you can rack, and then you can slingshot it. So, but I really encourage you to load your mags up all the way, shoot them over and over again, so that you're working that spring, and then make sure that if you have that your carry ammo is going to fire with a full mag and a round in the chamber, so that that first round doesn't jam up. I'm a little surprised that it did that, but also I think this is my underpowered ammo that's doing that. So, but I gotta be careful with that. So, I don't know. Now I just want to stop talking and shoot a little bit. So, this gun, I just love this gun so much. And again, drawing from a holster, small to back holster. If you encounter a threat, depending on what you're doing, you can either, I wouldn't say duck behind something, but if you are concealed carry, you can, I don't know, you can be more discreet as you pull it out. Now you notice that does take a little bit of effort. I am fine with that. That gun is in there solid, although my belt might be one click too tight. I don't normally have two guns up here, but, or one up here, one in the back. But if you just get used to it, you can grab that gun well. And the whole point is to get a good grip on it before you draw it out. It's not about everything being perfect. It's not competition. You're not trying to save milliseconds off. You're trying to be prepared and trained. You're just trying to be ready, and we have to have the tools to do it. The physical tools, ammunition, the training, the concealed carry permit, all those things. Do this legally and be prepared so that when you do encounter a situation, you are a little bit more prepared than the next guy. You will not be completely prepared. You will not be incredible shooting at this, but you have to start somewhere. So, I love this gun. Okay. And I can't really finish the video till I'm out of ammo. Okay. Oh no! Okay. Well, I guess we covered a little bit about carry positions. That's it for now.